Our next guest is here, he's there, he's every effing where. He plays Roy Kent on Ted Lasso. You can see new episodes Wednesdays on Apple TV+. Please welcome Brett Goldstein. I saw you were at the White House last week.
Yeah, we went to the White House on a day trip.
On a day trip to the White House?
Yeah, and we got invited, the Ted Lasso crew got invited to talk about mental health with Mr. President and First Lady.
Yeah, did you feel weird being there with all the stuff that's going on in the world right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and it was an honor, and it was a privilege. But I've never been more aware of my hands than I was all day at the White House. Like, what do you do with your hands at the White House? Like, I didn't know how to stand. I didn't know how to sit. I was like, what is a person? I lost my mind. I was like, it's so serious. You know, it's the White House. And I was like, I'm really trying not to swear, desperately trying not to make jokes. Like, I've never worked so hard in my life.
Let's look at a picture here and see if anything looks amiss here. Okay, there you are.
Here's it.
All right.
So this we did. So also we didn't know this was happening.
You didn't know you'd be at the press conference?
We were told like Jason's going to do a little speech, but we met Kamala, who was amazing and like so charismatic, and we met her for 5 minutes, and we were all sort of dazzled by her. And then Tahib said to her, "You glow," and I was like, "Stop flirting with," and then she said, "Oh, good luck in the press room," and we were like, "What?" And it was literally like, go on stage.
That was a crazy day, too, because one of the guys was yelling out and stuff like that.
So we thought we were being set up. And I'd said to Hannah just before we stepped on, I said, what do we do with our hands? And she said, just stand. She said, stand like this. She said, that'll look strong. But for the first minute, I was like, I look mad. Like, it's like my hands were so heavy, like the Hulk. I was like... And I tried this for a bit, and I ended up with the pose you see there, because I thought, well, if I stand like security and then...
Yeah, you look
like checking my... Yeah, eyes on Jason, eyes on Jason.
A little bit like, part of the Secret Service detail there, yeah. They didn't confuse you for one of them, did they?
One of them did give me their card at the end.
Oh!
And I don't know if that was a threat.
No, but what you should do is wait 1 month, call them, you might wind up married, who knows, you know? Wow, so that's a pretty big deal to be, I mean, that's when you know that like a TV show is really hit its stride, is when the White House wants you to come there and walk around. Did you spend private time with the president, First Lady?
Oh, yeah, so we had an hour with the president and First Lady.
An hour?
And we were going to, like, talk about mental health, and we'd been very sort of strictly told, you sit here, you sit here, you sit here, Brett, you sit there next to Hannah. And it's going to be filmed, and we walk in, and when I sit down, the middle seat I'm on, the cushion is there's no cushion. And so I then spend an hour, very important honor, amazing, but the whole hour, I'm basically doing a wall sit, like I'm just tensed, just trying to look like, how do people sit?
Everyone else, no one else seemed to have any problem.
Casual.
It's just you really that has a problem.
It was a power move.
Are you just generally uncomfortable?
I'd say 99% of
99% of the time?
Unless I'm asleep.
Like right now, are you thinking about how you're sitting and where your hands are?
Now we talked about it.
Now that we're talking about it.
I'm quite comfortable here, but then I've just seen that screen. I'm like, do people's hands sit like that? Is that a thing?
Did you curse at all in the presence of the president and/or First Lady?
I barely. It was so hard.
I remember at the Emmys, I think twice at the Emmys, you used the F word.
Yeah.
Was last year, the year before was the first time.
Yeah.
What happened then? Do you remember?
Well, what happened that was funny for my family is they were watching in England, and what I actually said was something like, I've been told I'm not allowed to swear, so this speech is going to be short. That was all I said was the swear. But the feed back home they cut it off, and so the whole speech was silent. So for what my family thought I'd done is said, I've been told not to swear.
And now they're gonna think it again. Yeah. And then, so they didn't get to hear your speech at all.
No,
Family didn't get to hear your speech. And then the second year...
I think the second year they did cut me off as I took the mic. They're just like, forget it.
Yeah, let's get this, nip this in the bud before it's a problem.
It's not worth it.
Wow. And is your family, do they all curse? Is it like a family-wide thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say.
Yeah. Mother, too, cursing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So they weren't upset at all?
No, they were just upset. They were like, I think they were like, good lads, but couldn't hear it, so.
This is the third season of Ted Lasso, and supposedly it's going to be the last season. Well, that doesn't seem to be have been settled.
Yeah.
But you approached it as if it was the last season.
Yeah.
Like, so was everybody sad and everything when it ended?
Oh, man. The last day, I think it was, like, mean of the AD. Like, they deliberately scheduled the last scene, had everyone in it, in the locker room. And it was already an emotional scene. And then eventually they said, that's a wrap. And, like, 250 people, like, as in set designers, like, accountants, everyone involved in Ted Lasso rushed in to the locker room. And everyone hugged and everyone kissed. And we had an orgy, you know, normal stuff. And everyone was crying and, like, Jason did a speech. I mean, it's very... I kept sneaking off to the shower set to have a cry so no one could see, and then I'd come back in like, why are you all crying? What's wrong with you?
So it would be weird if you did another season, even though everybody wants you to do another season. Now it's going to be like, oh, yeah, we all kind of cried for nothing.
I can't look you in the eye anymore. We can't do this. Yeah.
And I was very pleased to see your name in the credits as the co-creator of the show Shrinking, which is also on Apple TV Plus, which is a great show.
Thank you.
With another Jason Segel, and Harrison Ford also. Yeah, and you guys just got picked up for another season of that, too.
Yeah.
Will you be...
Thank you.
Is there any chance you will be on that show as well?
It's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
As long as it makes sense. I'm slightly wary of just forcing myself into it because I want to hang out with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel.
Have you hung out with Harrison? Have you had that chance?
I have. Harrison, and you know that the character is like slightly... I can talk about this now. I wasn't going to talk about it, but the character has Parkinson's and my dad has Parkinson's. And it was not something I was going to talk about sort of publicly because I'm protective of him. And but then Bill Lawrence accidentally said in the press. So I called my dad and I was like, look, I'm really sorry. Bill said that you've got Parkinson's, so it's in the public. I said, I can try, never speak of it again, but it's kind of up to you. And he was like, oh, I'm not ashamed. It's true, it's who I am. And he said, and if you're telling the world I'm based on Harrison Ford, say it to everyone.
So he likes that. Yeah. Well, you're doing great stuff. It's great. It's really remarkable. You've had some, like the last 2.5 years have been unbelievable for you. You enjoying it? Yeah.
Are you happy? That's such a heavy question.
Yeah. Are you happy?
But are you happy?
Do you want to lay down?
Don't ask it twice. I'll go to the showers and cry.
You are writing a show about a psychiatrist's office, so it seems like it's a fair question to ask.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you here.
Amazing.
Congratulations on everything. Shrinking on Apple TV Plus and Ted Lasso, both once a week, every week. One of the nights, I forget which one because I watch it when I want to. Brett Goldstein, everybody. We'll be back with Daniel Season.